We have the cast and co-executive producer of Hairspray Live, which airs Wednesday, December 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Martin Short, I wanted to have you sort of talk about how or what you wanted to bring to Wilbur.
Well, I think that, I have 3 kids, and I think that Wilbur is a phenomenal father. I think the other key to this character is that he is deeply, after all these decades, deeply in love with his wife. And they have a phenomenal relationship, and the house is filled with love and support, and that's where he says, whatever you want to do, you go for it. And I think that's the key to this guy. And he's, he owns a joke shop. He's a jokester. He does jokes. He finds them funny. She finds, Edna finds, and the daughter finds, Tracy find him funny. And it's just a loving, supportive family. It's exactly what you would like to think you have to be equipped for, at times, a very hostile world.
I'm into it. I got to actually go to rehearsal a few days ago, and one of the things that I found so impressive is, like, really, and what you said, Harvey, with the structure and how tight it was, and Kenny and Neil, I believe you're there, you guys had a moment where you guys realized during the song Cooties, specifically, they weren't going to get to their mark fast enough. Like, it was like a few seconds off, and on the fly, Jerry changed the choreography and said, all right, step, jump, you have to start doing, and it was just, you guys all picked it up so quickly. It was insane to see how it just became this well-oiled machine instantly. And I thought maybe Derek and Dove specifically, you guys could talk, just because those are the scenes I saw, like how that is on the fly, changing up the dance sequencing, and to remember then to know I'm also acting and singing, and it seems like a lot, but it's obviously doable.
Well, I think that the choreography that you're going to see on stage and on the screen is only a part of the choreography. Mm-hmm. Off screen, the cameras, the crew guys, the grips, the sound guys. I mean, it's a dance happening off screen, and it's very important that we all dance together. You know what I mean? It's all one giant, routine. And so for us to hit those marks, like Harvey was saying, it's very important, and to be consistent and reliable. And just to repeat it, just the repetition is the mother of all skill. So for us, it's just repeating it until it's so automatic that we can just be in it and enjoy it, and really just look forward to it instead of being nervous about it. Even though you were making me a little nervous over there, Harvey, saying this is live. This is live. You're gonna live with this for the rest of your life. Whatever you do, like, oh, jeez.
It's part of the title. It's just part of the title.
No, but we have to be versatile and dynamic and flexible, to basically take direction and to just be prepared for anything. So, yeah.
That was such an answer. That was, like, so good. I love how you asked the dance question to Derek Hough and then also me. Well, like, to follow it up. All right, Derek, let me tell you about dance. Yeah, I mean, honestly, surprisingly, what I keep realizing every day, definitely singing and acting coming first for me, is how supported I feel with the community that we have created and the people here that are awesome. It just sounds like such a Hollywood answer, like this community that we have, but it's incredible. It really is very genuine. And yeah, it's like these 2 boys here always have my back. They're always telling me where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing. And everybody, yeah, has each other's backs. But also I think because we know what a beast it is, it's never set to the point that it's like small changes really throw us. It's like it's kind of constantly ebbing and flowing and growing and changing. So the new changes are actually really easy to integrate. It's a really cool work environment to step into every day.
Yeah. Well, it blew my mind. So it's very impressive.
And Neil, wait till December 7th. No, I'm just kidding.
Is this the type of thing that will sort of continue to live and evolve, like, right up until December 7th?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think every second is evolving in terms of the actors, in terms of the staging, in terms of what's going to happen that night, and we have to be prepared for anything to happen and just kind of roll with it, because once we start, we're going forward. The train has left the station. So it's one of the things that's very, very exciting. Don't be nervous.
Everyone shifted in their seat.
People have done it before, and it works out. But
I'm going to drink.
One of the things that's exciting about it is that's why the audience likes to watch. I mean, it is the excitement of the moment. And so we have to be prepared, us in the truck, to go with the moment.
Wow. And I mean, technically speaking, this is just an incredible production. You're on 2 separate sound stages. You're going to be moving all over the lot here, and there is also going to be some sort of audience as well.
Yeah, there will be an audience, because naturally there's an audience for the Corny Collins show, and then we've decided to add more people that are outside participating in the outdoor event of it all. And on this particular show, as opposed to the other live musicals, Grease had about 15% of it outside of the sound stages. On this particular show, we have about 40%, which is outside of the sound stages. So it's quite a big feat that everybody's attempting, and everybody is really up for it.
And did you just sort of keep coming up with things until someone told you no, and then no one told you no?
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Yeah, but people do say no. But in terms of this, we have great support from the network, especially Bob Greenblatt, who just encourages us to keep on going and encourages us to take chances. And so each one has evolved more and more. This is our 4th one that we've done on NBC, and each one has evolved to where we are now. So we're excited about where the future of this genre is going.
Garrett, I want to know, just in terms of, as Neil just said, with the running around, how long was it for you as Link to figure out, okay, I've got to be outside after this number, and then I've got to make sure I hit this mark? Like, tell us a little bit about having to walk through going inside, outside, and everything else that we'll see.
Thus far, we've done everything staggered a little bit more, just because of camera blocking and making sure everything's set. So I think it's going to be, that's the next hurdle. I think it just got really loud. That's the next hurdle that we have to jump, because as all the camera blocking is kind of coming to a wrap, now we're going to be running it in sequence. And so that's when, all right, I have 30 seconds to change my pants, and I have 30 seconds to run on this set. And that's kind of, I think, the next little beast.
So we could very well see you pantless then on December 7th.
Pretty much.
They'll probably do a close-up with him pantsless.
Yeah.
But
Should put that in the marketing.
maybe I'll make sure my knees are bent so that if I'm moving, my torso stays normal.
These are the secrets of live theater.
Easy.
It's incredible.
Easy. That's
Yeah.
totally fine. Harvey, I was curious also, just with, adapting and writing and probably the script changing, was there anything that you thought, just even politically right now, that you made note of and said, we need to change up some dialogue, or I want to include something? I mean, obviously we're at a time where this feels very necessary to be happening, as in Hairspray.
Yeah, well, it's Hairspray takes place in 1962, and I have to always be true to that, and you want to be true to that. And it just happens that we just got a wake-up call that we weren't quite as evolved as we thought we were. We weren't quite as forward. We haven't made the progress we thought. So it's kind of wonderful to take a look back, and we're not looking that far back. We're looking 50 years back and saying, this is where we were. Do we really want to go back to a time when the black kids and the white kids had a rope down the middle of the gymnasium and they weren't allowed to touch? Do we want to go back to where we never spoke to each other? Do we want to go back to them and us? Or do we want an America where we're all together? That's our choice. And it's a good thing to show you Hairspray and look at that choice again. I was saying to Jennifer, Motormouth carries that history. That's what I Know Where I've Been is about, is I've been there. I've seen that. And she says to the kids, she says, you think you're the first ones to take this on? I've been looking at that front door a lot longer than you have. And I'm here to tell you, I will keep marching toward that door till somebody opens it and I walk through. And I told her the story of Donna Brazile. Donna Brazile was just interviewed, and she said, they don't hate me because I got through the door. They hate me because I opened the door. And I said, I held it open. And I said, come on in. And I think it's just wonderful that we're doing Hairspray right now. we're not lecturing anybody. Hairspray is gentle and beautiful, and it's a beautiful statement that this young girl's want to be with her friends changes the world. But it's good to say, this is where we were, and this is where we've been, and this is where we can go.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, Harvey Firestone.
Now sing.
That's your cue, Jennifer. That's your cue.
Neil, I was just curious, just in terms of, and you said this has been like a really great build, getting to the point of doing Hairspray and doing it big and over the top. Was that sort of always in the back of your mind when you guys started even early on discussing doing these incredible live musicals? Did you think, like, I just can't wait to get to Hairspray? Were you like, we're there now? Or what was sort of like the decision behind it?
Well, frankly, after we started with Sound of Music, and we thought it was just going to be that. So to be here 4 years later, where it seems to be more of a tradition, is kind of very encouraging and very satisfying. And in terms of Hairspray, it just seemed right, you know, and we were planning this after we had done The Wiz, and so there were different things going on in the country then. There was a lot of divisiveness in terms of what was going on in the news, in terms of young black men being killed needlessly. So we were dealing with that, and so we thought it was timely at that point. But then following this election cycle, it takes on a different and more powerful resonance. So in terms of the evolution to get here, it seems right. It seems that we have built to this moment, and it's coming at the right time.
Absolutely. We wanted to open up the floor. We have a lot of questions from our audience that wanted to get involved. We're going to get that mic up, and we're going to start out with a gentleman in the front who is named Jay, who is has a question for you guys.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say this definitely is the best cast I could ever imagine for this. And Ephraim, I saw you in Hamilton, and Miss Hudson, I saw you in The Color Purple. I mean, I love this. This is so exciting. I just want to know, like, what else is coming? Like, any cameos or surprises in the cast to come? What's coming up?
I think we've announced in terms of the cast that Ricky Lake and Marissa Jarrett Winokur are going to be part of our cast, and in terms of the surprises, that's going to happen the night of.
There'll be surprises for us too. So.
I just want to point out, when Jay was addressing people, you were Miss Hudson. You were Ephraim. Somehow he felt more casual.
Well, Miss Hudson has an Oscar.
Don't forget it.
Wow. Wow. All right. Whoa.
Thank you.
Is that an Easter egg? Should we look out for it in the background somewhere?
It's fine. I feel good about it. You said my name right.
You said my name right. That's all it needs. Do we have another audience question?
Yeah, I think Jody in the first row has a question for Harvey.
Harvey, hi. I know you already spoke about Edna and revisiting the character, but are there ways that you're going to make sure it feels unique and fresh this time around, or is it going to be, similar to the past, since you've done it so many times fabulously?
Well, thank you. But that's our job. Our job is to be alive in the moment. Our job is to be there for one another. The job of acting is really, a lot of it is listening and reacting. So hopefully it will be. But the character of Edna herself, like I said, is sort of, she's easy for me to slip into. She's an old friend. You know, the breasts just come out, and my butt just grows, and I see, and I see a child, and I just become a mother. Why are your hands so cold? And, so the Edna is sort of getting built into me at this point. It's 16 years. But I look younger than ever.